Caleb Schrader, and today I'll be talking to you about the serious issue of banning firearms in the United States. Unfortunately, mass shootings have become far too common in the United States. According to USA Today, there were 41 mass shootings in 2019. A mass shooting is defined by Congress as a shooting in which 3 or more people are shot. This statistic should make all Americans sick to their stomach. Many anti-gun extremists would conclude that banning firearms would keep these tragedies from happening. However, in recent events, if not for a legal gun owner, countless lives would have been lost in a church shooting. On December 30th, 2019, a man armed with a shotgun walked into a church in White Settlement, Texas. During the service, he drew the weapon, shooting and killing 2 parish members. 6 seconds after the first shot was fired, the gunman was shot and killed by a member of the parish on a volunteer security team. This team was put into place by the church after new legislation laws passed allowing licensed gun owners to carry firearms into the house of worship. According to CNN, this new legislation was passed after a previous church shooting back in 2017 in Sutherland Springs, Texas. The Sutherland church shooting was a tragedy, leaving 26 parishioners dead and 20 wounded. The shooter was confronted by a local resident armed with a rifle, leading to the death of the gunman. This is another instance of the bad guy being brought to justice by a legal gun owner. If this legislation was passed in 2017, the result of this shooting would have been much different. According to Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, the state now allows licensed concealed carry owners to carry handguns inside churches in Texas. Texas also passed another law in coordination to the previous, allowing parishes to train and develop their own security team made up from members of the church. Unfortunately, the shooter managed to kill 2 parishioners. However, if not for the trained security team, how many more parishioners would have lost their lives? Many people bring up the argument that the U.S. should ban firearms, requiring all citizens to turn their firearms into the government. Anti-gun advocates claim this would cause shootings like the 2 just described not to happen at all. Though this is a good theory and in a perfect world would work, except for the fact that a perfect world does not exist. If someone is so mentally ill that they feel a need to kill innocent people, they will find a way to inflict death. Banning firearms may result in less shootings. However, a rise in bombing and car-ramming attacks would surely arise. The Small Arms Survey states that there are around 393 million registered firearms in the United States. Though this number is believed to be much higher if firearms that are passed down from generation to generation are taken into consideration. If a firearm ban would be put into effect in the United States, it would be impossible for the government to ban all the firearms. If the ban was put into place, do you think major gangs like the Bloods, the Crips, and the KKK would just willingly turn in their guns? In many situations, violence would be required in order to take people's firearms. Slogans like, "I'll give you my guns when you pry them from my cold dead hands," formulated by the National Rifle Association, are taken very seriously by gun owners and collectors. In August 2019, Democratic President nominee Beto O'Rourke suggested an AR-15 buyback plan. An AR-15 is a very popular semi-automatic rifle in rural America. I'm sure some of you in this crowd have AR-15s. Eric Erickson, a prominent conservative columnist, stated, "I know many people stockpiling AR-15s for the day the U.S. puts the ban into place. Nevertheless, there will be violence if the U.S. bans the AR-15. Mass killings are a very complex issue. Guns are not responsible for these killings, just like a car is not responsible for a car accident. Instead of banning firearms, we need to determine why members of society feel the need to commit such hateful crimes. There are many reasons why someone may feel a need to commit a mass killing, the most common reason being mental health and racial issues. These issues need to be put in the spotlight, not firearms. Thank you for listening to my speech.